This is my August reading wrap-up. I read 4 books this month, and overall, it was a pretty good reading month. The first book I read was The Healer's Apprentice by Melanie Dickerson, I guess how you say her name. Yeah, I read this book for a book club that I'm part of on Fable. You should join. Anyway, and it was really good. Like, I really enjoyed it. It was cute and sweet. I really loved the romance in it. It had really good faith content too. Like, I really liked the way that faith was like portrayed in this book and like the power of Jesus, you know? But yeah, it was really good. The main character, I really liked her. I cared about her. She did make some decisions that I was kind of like, why are you making these decisions? You know? Why are we doing this? But overall, she's a really good character. I loved the love interest. I didn't like his brother, but we're not supposed to. And I loved her best friend. I just loved all the characters except for the ones that we weren't supposed to like, if you get what I'm saying. And yeah, it was such a good story. I loved it so much. I rated it 4.5 stars, and I definitely think you should read it. The next book I read this month was Powerless, and this is a hot take, but I didn't really like this book. I was expecting to like it more because it gets so much hype and it sounds really good. Like, in theory, it's really good. However, I just didn't enjoy it. I rated it 2.5 stars. I didn't like the characters. Yeah, it does have a lot of tabs in it because there's some really pretty lines. Like, especially Kai, he says some really pretty things about Hayden. There's one quote that says he was a pretty boy with pretty words or whatever, and that basically sums up his everything about him, you know? Like, that's who he was. Anyway, there's so much I could say about this book, and if you want to see a video of all my thoughts about this book, like an in-depth review, I would be happy to make that for you. I'm probably going to, even if no one asks for it. But yeah, I didn't like this book. Also, it had way more language than my taste. I wouldn't say way more, but it just had a lot of language. So overall, this book wasn't for me. Okay, next we have We Could Be Villains. This was the best book I read all month. It was amazing. I loved it. Probably like in the top 5 books I've read this year, maybe ever. Like, it was so good. Basically, they're living in a world where superheroes may or may not be real. Basically, picture if Marvel turns out all of their stuff was real and the movies were just to cover it up. This book is also really good because it's a lot like Marvel, so it's good for Marvel fans, but it's not like the off-brand version of Marvel, if you know what I'm saying. Like, it's definitely its own story, has its own characters, though Ironfall is a lot like Loki, which I love. Anyway, it's not like copy-paste Marvel with just different names. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was really good. The plot was really good. It felt high stakes, but also low stakes at the same time. That's the only way I could explain it, but that's just how it is. Like, the bad guy's trying to take over the world, but he also somehow has time to be in the School Musical. Yeah, I don't know, but it was really good. The main girl, Rosemary, her like motivations for her actions made so much sense. I feel like most of the time in books, the reasons characters have for doing stuff literally makes no sense. Like, is why are you even doing this? I don't know. But Rosemary, all of her motivations made perfect sense. I really recommend this book. It is completely clean, no spice, no language. The author of this book is a Christian. There was no faith content, but it was definitely clean, and it was amazing. I recommend it so much. Oh, I rated this 5 stars, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. And then the last book that I read this month was Cloaked by Rachel, whatever her last name is. I rated it 3 stars. It's relatively short, and it was just okay. It was just kind of boring, you know? Like, it had a big climax at the end, but you could really just tell what was gonna happen. And I didn't really care about the characters because we just didn't have enough time to get to know them. I don't know, all the characters were just kind of one-dimensional. We didn't have time to get to know them or anything. Yeah, it was a very mid book, you know? Everything about it was just kind of mid. It was good. It was okay. If you read the back of the book and it sounds interesting to you, then I still recommend it. Also, no spice, no language. It is a Christian book. The author's a Christian, and the characters do talk about like praying and everything in it. So yeah, if any of these books sound interesting to you, give them a shot, except for maybe Powerless. I don't really recommend that book. Unless you really want to read it, then go ahead and read it.